Everybody, it is the MycoSymbiote, and today we're doing an experiment. We are experimenting with using Coco Coir and Cocoa chips instead of using sawdust and wood chips. We're going to be growing reishi, and we're going to see how these fruit in this. We're going to be using a supplemented method. We're adding 1 cup of gypsum, 2 cups of wheat bran, and a half cup of unused coffee grounds. We have pre-soaked 8 cups of cocoa chips, and we have our 16 cups of dry cocoa coir. Everything in here is dry right now. We're going to mix up everything dry before we add our 6 cups of water. Cocoa is not known to contain many nutrients at all, but it has cellulose and lignins, which mushrooms break down and make into usable forms of nutrients. So, we're going to see if this supplemented method works. If so, we have lots of cocoa coir from when we used to grow plants that we have left over, and we'll just add wood chips and for the next round. But we're just experimenting now to see if it'll grow on only cocoa and cocoa chips. So we're just going to mix together these dry ingredients, and we're going to add 6 cups of water. Using a wooden spoon, just get all the dry ingredients all nice and mixed up. You don't want to add water if the gypsum is dry because it'll clump together. Alright, so we got a nice even mixture here. And we're going to add our 6 cups of water. Gonna mix it up. You want to make sure all the water gets absorbed. So if you see any water in your bowl, then just keep mixing. Alright, so we got this nice substrate. If I was a mushroom, I'd want to grow on there. So all we're going to do now is just add our cocoa chips in here. These are pre-soaked to their peak capacity. We just filled the whole bin with hot water and let them soak, and then drained it out over a strainer to catch any wood chips or cocoa chips that were going to fall into our sink. Oh yeah, if I was a mushroom, I definitely want to grow on here. Next step, we have our large spawn bags. This recipe is meant to fill 2 of these, because that's all our pressure cooker can hold, is 2 of these. So, I'm gonna go ahead and take off my bracelet. Take a clean paper towel and wipe out the inside. Make sure you get it in a nice log, like rectangle looking shape. And make sure it's very, very cleaned off on the inside before you start to seal it up. Alright, we're going to do the same with this one over here. And just clean out the inside. Then just fold it along the creases on the sides. next, we're just going to need some Tyvek wrist sleeves, which we're going to insert into the crease. When it's in the pressure cooker, it will seal itself up by sucking air in through this crease. So we add this Tyvek sleeve to make sure that the air is filtered that goes through. And then when we pull it out, it'll still have that filtration seal, and we can just pull that out inside of our glove box to help protect from any pathogens, bacteria, or molds that would like to enter into our bags. So the next thing that we're going to do is just fold this up and just fold it back and forth. Just like that. You'll have to set something heavy on top of it when it's in there to keep it down. We don't want the water to boil up into our bags. So we have our bags, and they're all folded up with the Tyvek sleeve inside. We're just going to set them back to back in here. We have some jar lids here. You can use aluminum foil, but we're just going to use these as spacers because they're pretty tightly packed up against each other in here. We want them to get steam around the whole thing. So just gently slide these in between each other. They're all pressed up according to style. And you got a plate. Set that on top of there so they don't come unfolded during this pressure cooking. Alright. So just close it on up. Alright, so we got everything in there. Plates on top, lids closed. All you gotta do now is pressure cook this at 15 psi for 2 hours.